What is up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingNews.com and welcome back to another one of our previews. Well, it's a three-prep Kentucky Derby weekend coming up here Saturday, February 1st. Let's go to Santa Anita for this one. Race 4 on the card. It'll be the Robert B. Lewis Stakes going 1 mile here at Santa Anita in a field of 5. That's right. It's a huge field of 5. And are we shocked? 3 of them are Bob Baffert's. Boy, the state of racing at Santa Anita. Anyway, let's not get to that. Let's hear some good news. I did 3 previews today. It is just a couple days before the race, and at least we do have the morning line out at Santa Anita. So give them a nice round of applause for that. All right, let's get to it here. Field of 5. It won't take long to run through them. We'll run through them 1 through 5. We'll give you the top pick in this one. As with every time that Bob Baffert has multiple horses in the race, it gets a little bit tricky because they usually can control the pace, and that's this as well. Who's going to go to the front? Who's going to sit off? And what are we going to try to do? And what are we trying to get out of this? Those are always big time questions. And it really isn't a whole lot of fun to bet some of these races like this because who the hell really knows what kind of games we're going to play. But let's get to it. And let's go to Madaket Road first here. And the Bob Hope Stakes is where Madaket Road debuted. So if you didn't know what happened, Madaket Road was entered to run in a maiden special weight at Churchill Downs. He was actually the first horse before Barnes to go to Churchill Downs to run in a maiden special weight. Well, it did not draw into the body of the field, wasn't also eligible, did not draw in, and there you go. So then I think Baffert just kind of said, okay, we'll throw him in the Bob Hope here. We'll see what happens. And he ran okay. Got second, beaten 4 3/4 by Bullard. Came back to run on a maiden special weight. Was able to get the job done by a half length. Beat Father Ted and San Saba. San Saba came back to win last time out at Santa Anita in a so-so race. It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. So Madaket Road, look, I thought it was a really good race. Second race of his career was pretty good. I think he should get a little bit better as we get going a little bit longer. So we'll kind of see what he does here. I don't know that he's a 1.25 miles. I don't know if he wants that or not. We'll see. I think mile 16th is well within the realm. Now, the one bad news on Madaket Road, and I don't even mean this as disrespectful. I just think you have to read what Juan Hernandez does right now as a jockey, being the number 1 jock for Bob Baffert. He was on Madaket Road last time out. He was on Rodriguez last time out. He chose Rodriguez, and Frankie Dettori will be on Madaket Road. So I do think that is obviously, and again, that's not disrespectful to Frankie. I'm not saying he's terrible or anything like that, although some rides were bad at Gulfstream. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, I don't know that's the best sign in the world, right? So that's just how it is. Hernandez usually gets his choice, and it looks like he's chose Rodriguez. Now, Hernandez has never been on the number 2 Citizen Bull, so I'm not worried that he's not on Citizen Bull because the regular rider of Citizen Bull turned out to be Martin Garcia. Martin Garcia rode the horse on debut. It was a win. Mike Smith gets on in the Del Mar Futurity. It was a loss. I'm not blaming Mike Smith that day, but he kind of wasn't placed where he has been in his other 3 wins, right? The American Pharaoh, Garcia gets back on. It's a win. The Breeders' Cup Juvenile, obviously, Garcia on again, and it is another win. So he's 3 for 3 when riding Citizen Bull. Citizen Bull's only loss was when Garcia was not aboard. So obviously, it's great to see him aboard Citizen Bull. 2 really nice works from the 2-year-old champion leading up to this one. All systems go. He's the number 1 horse in my rankings. What does that mean? I don't really know, but probably not a whole lot. It's still just January, and this will be February 1st when he runs. But it's great to see the 2-year-old champ back, and we'll see what he does. Look, I think he kind of in the weirdest way, it's been a little disrespected because the Breeders' Cup Juvenile just hasn't come back very strong at all, and I think people are ready to kind of say, oh, he's not very good. And maybe I'm about ready to say it too. But I think until he's defeated, I should say, I think he should be number 1. So we'll see what happens with Citizen Bull. His main challenger, at least in my eyes, is going to come from the number 3, Rodriguez. And like I said, Juan Hernandez seems to have chose this horse to ride. Interesting enough, Rodriguez was actually Martin Garcia was aboard for the debut race going 6.5 furlongs. Horse was beaten at Del Mar by 2 1/4, but stretched out to a mile in the second start and looked like a different horse. I mean, just dominated at Santa Anita, gate to wire fashion, went fast early and went fast late. I thought it was super impressive. huge buyer speed figure, huge time form figure. And like these horses by Authentic, which Rodriguez is, they have been getting better when going long for the first time and onward. So he looks awfully good to me. I think he's going to be a tough horse. He was on this, he's just one of those horses to me that he just kind of looked like he had a motor that would just keep going and going. And also with him, he was on the same card as Barnes, and he kind of outran Barnes and different races. Obviously, they weren't together, but at the end of the day, Barnes was really good, I thought, in his win. Rodriguez may have been more impressive in his win. So we'll see, though. Be a tougher task, obviously, taking on the other two stablemates here that are pretty good. All right, the number 4 Clock Tower is next here. Going to throw this horse in here after a nice grade 3 victory over the turf at Del Mar last time out. This is a pretty solid horse. 2 races over the turf. This horse has looked really good. 2 wins, I should say. Main special weight win, and then the win in the grade 3 event at Del Mar. Ran in the grade 2 Bourbon, which at Keeneland, which is a really tough spot. Got third, only beaten 2. Now, the bad news is we're to the dirt here, not the turf. The dirt races have left a little bit to be desired. Now, the first one was a 5 furlong sprint at Churchill, back in May, whatever. I don't hold that against him. But then went up Saratoga, ran an off the turf race, going 1 mile, maiden special weight, got second. Beaten 4 3/4. So I think turf is where this horse is going to be best and where the horse has been best. So not a ton of interest here. And then the number 5, Valentine's Candy. I mean, what can you really say? It's a Calbred. Probably beg this horse to just, beg the trainer or owner to enter just to kind of make sure we don't have 4. At least we've got 5 in the race. 1 for 9 lifetime, did break the maiden, 50K maiden claiming at Los Alamitos. So, I'm go ahead, take a shot. Maybe something happens. You can get third and get some Derby points, but I'm not going to be overly excited about the number 5, Valentine's Candy. All right. Well, there's your field of 5. It doesn't take long to go through 5 runners, so a little bit of a shorter preview. Look, I think this is not a great betting race. I'll just say that, but I do think it's an interesting race to kind of see what happens and see how these Bob Baffert horses are kind of handled. It's kind of a, it's these 3 horses, these 3 Baffert horses going against each other, and we'll just kind of see who's better. I went number 3, Rodriguez on top. I think he's got more natural speed than Citizen Bull. I think he can beat him to the turn and kind of try to just take this thing gate to wire. I could kind of see it stacking up like Rodriguez is in first, Citizen Bull second, Madaket Road's third, and they don't move from there. And just that's how they finish. I could see that happening. I do think a gate to wire winner is kind of likely in this spot. So yeah, I'm going to go number 3, Rodriguez, to win this one, to pull off the, quote unquote upset. Rodriguez is 7-5. Citizen Bull is 6-5. I wouldn't be shocked if Rodriguez is even the favorite. But we'll see. I could be going too far there. He is the 2-year-old champ, Citizen Bull. So yeah, but I'm going to go number 3, Rodriguez, to win the Robert B. Lewis here. I think he's going to take him gate to wire, and I think he's got a big-time future for Bob Baffert. All right, that'll do it for a preview of the Robert B. Lewis live from Santa Anita on Saturday, February 1st. That'll be race 4 on the card. All right, thanks, everybody, for watching this video. Hit that like button if you like it. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you're betting Santa Anita on Saturday.